all of you for organizing this kind of seminar of PC03 Learning and Teaching on a different topic: interest, creativity, personality, learning disability, Harvard Garner's learning styles. I hope that this seminar is not a simple seminar through which during the 2 periods I also talk to the Ojadevla also and Sandrila also to take the 2nd period, because I thought that unit 1, syllabus, the seminar cannot be finished within the 1 period. Most of you taking more than 15 minutes, that is why. And why I organize hurriedly section A and B combining here in this hall number 1 is nothing but your exam is knocking to the door, and this material for seminars will be used for the material for the pre-final as well as pre-final, and because you have to go through all the materials, number 1, and number 2, you have to learn how to prepare PowerPoint. I hope that most of you have learned that how to prepare PowerPoints, and not only PowerPoints but also you have to learn how to make a presentation in the class. So somebody are shaking hands and legs. Okay, that may be the beginning, but this is a great chance to improve yourself, the personality of teaching also, right? And you have a chance to interact everyone also within the groups, right? So this is a great chance to make a friendship, expansion of friendship is also here. And on the other hand, you may improve yourself typing skills, computer typing, so MS Word formats and the PowerPoint presentation, and most of you have learned. I also feel that your PowerPoint presentation is quite satisfactory. Yes, some wording, some colorings, additional information are required. That I will tell you, and then actually I don't have time to finish your syllabus because your exam is knocking to the door, pre-final as well as final. And I thought that this seminar will be great beneficial. If I organize separately section A and section B, it may take more days and more time, more energy. And I am organizing these seminars within the single groups because you don't have a chance to interact with section A and section B. Here you have a chance to meet all of you, because everyone will get the same certificate from Manipur University. Why we should sit in separate room? Right, this is a great chance. So make friendship, expand your friend circle, increase your knowledge, and expansion of mental horizon is must. And as far as unit number 2, online examination, you can give your online examinations from your home. It will be Google Forms based on unit number 2. I haven't provided. Did I provided material for unit number 2? How many of you are not getting the material? Please go through WhatsApp where you can get all the material of unit number 2. Please go through, and question 20 should be there, and Google form, online examination should be there. Okay, and result will be declared immediately once the exam is over, because you have to digest unit number 1 and unit number 2. I don't know all about the other teacher taking unit 2, unit 3, unit 5. I don't know how they are taking, but as far as my concern, without the completion of syllabus, I am not feeling happy to conduct exams, and that is why unit I'm really sorry. Aduna syllabus anyhow luisalompe adabi moga luisan bani hari oire waru ganu ko. I think you are becoming wiser. You are developing confidence for the coming pre-final exam and final exam. And mark will be given maximum number, all of you, and those absence with permission will get average mark. No the higher marks. Yaw tramina ko reason mo average appearani, but what about absent without the applications will lose their marks. Suna parkhani si tawise parkhada laktabri absent with tamni ko 0 pamtamni. So this is, and you have 2 chances. One is seminar. If you are missing a seminar, please don't be missed in the online examinations. unit 1 da nang miss oi guitar su seminar da unit number 2 da miss oi da no ano ani bang miss oi tari I'm so sorry internal mark 0 university da thagani ka adu duna ani bang ama da miss oi ro ama da present oi da wana biro chance bi ragati chhatra hat so I pamdi. Okay, so wish you all the best, and I hope that everyone is improved. Thank you very much, everyone.
Our group is divided into 5 people. Student teachers present today. Me, Rahul Thochong, will be introducing the topic interest and creativity. I'll be presenting this topic with Remita, Divya, Roshan, and Renovan of Group A. I will just give the brief introduction about what interest and creativity is, and what will my peers contribute to the presentation. For anyone to get knowledge, ideas, or values, we require interest first. So to develop interest, teachers have to have a very unique teaching style and attitude in order to invite interest in students. Similarly, in order to deepen one's knowledge or values that I've mentioned before, we need creativity to deepen students' concept of that particular idea or value. As I mentioned here, interest and creativity are the core pillars of learning. It is fundamental for engagement in higher order thinking. So, in order to have interest and creativity, teachers have a big role to fulfill for the students in order to imbibe these qualities. The teacher's role is crucial for fostering motivation and innovative skills. Ako'y presentation nila yorkani ako'y students na difference of interest amasung difference in getting creativity sa kay dala amasung si ako'y na students na kamay na foster to bayay interest amasung creativity sa students na kamay na foster to bani amasung si ako'y na inculcate to bani habdo kung ako'y na presentation gi makatar to user kani. Similarly, focus as defining interest and creativity ni ako'y na sige presentation na sila scholar may na kiramba definition of interest and creativity or kani recognizing recognizing students differences habadi ay difference in interest habadi students na interest like na ba kay masak changi teachers na teaching style gimutong na adung ba interest ang creativity la na ba amusung last na ako'y sige presentation dito yaw iba sisu practical development strategies habadi ako'y students na interest amusung creativity sa foster to na ba kay steps amusung teaching styles work pa ya amusung inculcate to ba ya user kani mathangi next part of presentation sa interest kimtan maramdani masigi limitada user.
In the continuation of the presentation, I myself, Ramita Khanibam, role number 1, going to represent about the subtopics understanding interest and types of interest. Understanding interest in what is interest? What is interest? Interest is a feeling or emotion that process and attention towards a process, activity, or an event. Kani maposa po lang na tragan pagdok amagi maram sida isada kambing ba na tragana sige matang curiosity na iba desire na iba sigo masilo kay na sige feeling sigo interest ni haina law niya pa. There are so many ideas by many educational psychologists, but we are going to get 3 out of them. Ako nang ako charma matanda pro and pro ha pili ba definition sige pro and pro na definition natin ina interest ha kasi part ani ko na kayo pa yayo ba adi ko motivational aspect haba ama aduga mana emotional aspect haba motivational aspect ki ro na lakis na kari guma interest po kari guma mapuan ba do adi kari guma isa na gi ogera isa na gi ogera for sama la aga kosak sige matang sa interest ama puan ba sinya ba si fakang interest ko ogal ba ko na taba interest ko na ko laba matung dai na process na tragi benama do ka sa thara matam da during the process to dai gi enjoyment na traga desire hadi satisfaction ama puan ko daban habis mo ki chang ko sa leba mahak na adu matung da lai ba johnson bira ma definition sige matung ina interest na kasi lightning na traga desire apa ma ko matung sida laka da bani apa bas mi amaru desire na traga lightning sa amaru ko sige idea sama na pira me aduga arway balai ba bingam sigi definition sigi matung is inama hai se pay attention ama piba plus attention duga piba katana tana activity do makata na dum persistent when the makata na keep going on makata na chatha badanya interest ko har question ki bana taba makata na dum chatha han ba sigi idea sama na pira me aduga next topic oriba types of interest makha sigi matang da khina chorana ani thona magi horok gi matung ina motivate source magi horok gi matung ina motivational source amana aduga to ba mana origin da khaido ba yai ko ahan bagi based on motivational source da khaido ba matang da ani thona intrinsic amasung extrinsic ahan interest se ani thona khaido ba yai ba intrinsic interest has na it is not related to any reward natraga recognition sigumaga amag tabari leina bana taba masagi bena pokjara ko do naturally oiba mai isada gi pokjara ko interest oi bene ba sigi interest e example bena palaba matam sida learning a new language aisna learning processes sum charna ko matam sida luan amag ga taming be isada gi pokjara ko da ai si lo cha hi ni he angang mak to oro hadi ni atopa ni inchin ba am yaw da bida masana tabak to tawjara ko gi interest ama pokjara ko da sigi intrinsic interest sida oi bene ba aduga ani subagi extrinsic interest haisina recognition reward pressure natraga any atopa external force amana maram oraga masamukna pamjana toba horoko interest na taraga sugari bomba maram amana hiram ama laibagi damakta horoko interest odone ba sigi study external force ne am require ora ko hadi apanagi external motivation ama darkar ore sisna maram oraga ne ba pamjada na pangthoka suyai pamjana pangthoka suyai do tawda ya da bagi mo ong doine horoko hai tai ko maro ne example ore bi ma tam sta pena angang sine exam maya da lairi kuma pa ba sing grade 1 na bani khangde adagi ma wang bagi oja gi punishment ki bagi ni khangde assignment mukta tawro homework mukta tawro maram ama laibagi purpose ama laibagi horoko interest ona express ya student sine masa
Guide is that difference interest among students have about developing interest among students. Ogi छात्र सिंसिदा ओगी interest से मतलब करम ना develop होने का के हर चीज की मतंग में इस लाइफ ना मैं बोला तो ये तेरी से सिके हम बगी फोन में का से गोल ओगी छात्र सिंसिदा को मानो तम ने माइक ले गए interest अदुगी मतुंग इन ना गोल में ले हिंगे दा बनिया हाइडी मानो पाम दे interest अदु सुबिया हिंगे दा बनी मानो पाम का दो मानो खंगे की दो दा खबर लगा गोल में खंगे
तारे ba
मतंगी
Pejolo yare next talk to ya no
new use of all ideas. Hal tikin hakana hanala jamba idea ka dosula da ano ba idea. Konsula ba mana ano ba program so example making a product
16
best west
16 line na 30 go
west
roll 30 ya
Bukan sudah MC making up na hai ke hanu 80% tinggi maka itu cengeng aku berhenti kan ino harga with personalities adaptiveness reality maki sense of humor se with cengeng itu ketela saya biar kita ino harga na ano ko posa kama masaya loh na awam mo tak sino sa daga mayam da kana ko gusto man mo na masih na ito na tela na hai example itu mah kalau bisa sudah jadi makan tak difference in creativity among students. I would think anak sehingga pengaruh lagi creativity saja. Kena
Force interest among the students. Now I will be speaking about how creativity can be enforced inside the classroom and the strategies that can be employed. So in a classroom we can group creativity. Creativity is not something that is innate. So here are some of the strategies that can be employed, like providing a variety of materials, which implies that we have to make the great exposure, like variety of ideas and all, to increase the knowledge base of the students. Then we have to show favorable attitudes towards that original creativity developed by the students, thereby encouraging them to further develop creativity inside the classroom and encouraging open-ended questions like what if. A perfect example of this would be, I hope everyone have watched the movie Three Idiots and must have come across the scene where Rancho asks that principal of the university Byron about why can't we use pencil instead of that astronaut pen. Such type of questions should be encouraged. Then offer a constructive feedback and support. So instead of telling them that why are you giving such type of question, we have to give them constructive support and constructive criticism like that, giving explanation, proper explanation. Then rewarding the effort and process instead of just rewarding the result.
My name is Gaurav Gautam and I'll be presenting learning and style for introduction for group. What are learning styles? Learning styles refer to the different ways in which individuals prefer to receive, process, understand, and retain information while learning. Sina higher the say. Ni amana kamana information the process ta way kamana retain ta way mana kamana location ta kami aduga sige location information sina mana tay ni amada kamana kano ay ko kono mi sita pani learning styles learning styles is the individual's preferred way of gathering, organizing, and thinking about information. Why is a Kanuna Fleming and Mills 1992 Sabira? Types of learning styles. Learning styles are very complex. Sige, very selling for you. Tao kan begin. The body can be.
Good morning, everyone. I give you a open Napoleon thing. Today, I talk about visual learner, I have a audio learner, I have a visual learners that will talk about like Taco, but the way road learning, actually, which is put over distance. I do the Angang Masam to the Hamuzeva. Kayata, social science organized Delta, voice and Angang America, which is Kayaka, the definition in part. Delta, so open to see Hanan get at the Delta, Google the Tongue, the secret is going to happen for here. Google the Tongue will go to me and more than the Nam the Delta, and the reason is visual book young. I am not they will have like power to the movie, more than the movie. Open the wine to the like the Bakan is a somebody bound in the Pandina, the figure of the cost. I think before the is right over the road learning is with visual learners in the fighting pay, but I'm young later the tendency or the Baxi. What the other guy of Gamatanda, who's the Ananga, class 4-5, the Quiggy, sound Ganaga with the English grammar. Sound the cooking the command Pongek and the Kapuna Pongek, Kapuzo, continue the time with the Angan Kanata Taram Roiba. But I'm the now we copy never be Yamina. That's a gun we copy never be Yamina. Again, San Bungo open to Garam. She could be styled the guitar again and the Kanda, paying experimental with the black. She
Yeah, sorry.
Lots of learning styles. Learning style reading and writing. Learn based through reading and writing words. Refer textbooks, notes, lists, and articles. Like to take details, notes, and rewrite information. Understand ideas better when they read or write about them. Enjoy assignments, essays, and written instructions. Benefit from making summaries, lists, and definitions. Learn best through reading and writing. Learn best through reading and writing words. Direct iba amasung pabasina kena bahag tahanba and nagyan tahanba damasa mo. Then refer textbooks, notes, list, and articles. Ikaw na textbook tegi paba textbook tagi para amasung note making, note siyamba habisu, masiso ito na like tamada, masiso understand to mada, matempoy, then like to take detailed notes and rewrite information. Abadi detailed notes ama lawraga, magi at information note to the kari had no have to magi detailed information ama iba. Then understand ideas better when they read or write about them. Iliba masung pare bapotun ye iliba masung pare bapotuna. Asagi kari hai no hagi to magi ideas to understand to kon modeso. Matemoi then enjoy assignments, essays and writing instructions. Essay iba na kagani assignment iba amasung iba instruction nama iba habisusu masagi hangal sinduda gyan tahan mada masaka moe then benefit from making summaries, lists and definitions. Definition semba kagana summaries semba masina su ikogi ada hangal sing dapat tahan ba di understand tawon mada masina su mateng koy mateng bisa.
Style sa jito nga learning style happy mo na prefer to wala ni tambagi mawong mataw siya ira para ka tamba adagi yenga ka tamba adagi tar ka tamba adagi haiba kinesthetic has naman kung na put na habak suhalaga action tawraga na taga kuwe ba mumba putuaga feel trip kumba sa piraga adu kumba tama mo halba da ai patok sabe learn best through hands-on activities and movement. Prefer doing, touching and experiencing things. Enjoy experiments, role plays and physical activities. Remember best when they actively engage in learning. Like to build, create or handle objects while learning. Benefits from real life examples and practical tasks. Happy mo na thaba ko na sura na hena makhang mga bakhangan ko na kunan ga dawi ba po. Masagi visual ko na taki ba dusu mo ikhargara diloi khangdoi ya adu masigi se hena tawaga mo na prefer ba mo na adu gi pot ni kinesthetics na tagai ko se masi puding mo se ko na classroom da season na ba season susoi soi na season na da ni ha ba ko se ne plannings na ko man hacks da
learning styles for effective teaching learning process. Akwai learners in mai bagi tongan ba learning style mang mo de hena chana ba mang de hena kudung sabat mo ton nya nei ba ngak ni na akwai oja sing na tapi ba matam da su we have to use such learning style suitable for the learners. Lo isum mo insing se pas individual instruction by identifying the inclusive learning environment. Considering different learning styles ensures no student is left behind, promoting equal learning opportunities for all. Develop self-awareness in learners. When students know their own learning style, they can adopt better study habits and become more independent learners. Motivation and confidence. Teaching according to learning styles helps students learn comfortably and confidently, increasing motivation to learn. Selection of effective teaching methods. Teachers can choose the most suitable strategies such as charts and diagrams for visual learners, discussions for auditory learners, and experiments for kinesthetic learners to improve learning outcomes.
Understanding and applying learning style in the classroom makes the teaching learning process more effective, engaging, inclusive, and learner-centered. Learning teaching sina angang singda yamna effective Thank you.
I'll give a brief introduction first. So, self-esteem and personality, they both are interrelated and they shape our individuality, unique, and make each and every one of us unique. Even teachers, educators, facilitators, and all those guiders need to understand this personality and self-esteem for each and every student in his or her class to bring out their individuality and uniqueness, so that they can teach them according to their own unique needs and desires. Other than this, it shapes our own success. It leads us to success, and these personality and self-esteem are a means and ends to one another, which means that a strong personality will always have a strong self-esteem, and on one term, a self-esteem will always lead to a strong personality. So, personality ki matang sila agi. Personality harga, you must have said once in your lifetime. You must have made so many people with great personality to others. How you think about yourself. Aduna personality na lako matang both public and private life animal based away. Personality na garagani. It is actually a mask. Mask ne basi je kono wear to rakpa. Aduga personality hai to rakpa. Mayang mayarang gango. Aduna personality hai garagani fixed boy. Many psychologists mayang na suya am interested with area. Personality and self-esteem hai garagani. Personality da yang focus on the season like Carl Rogers, and even Sigmund Freud ki unconsciousness theory में आम उसे ताबीर रमनी है ना से अगर न personality है तो कौन सा अकोई की individuality uniqueness अकोई ना तो बखुदिंग मा अदु दुना लोई ना मा अकोई दा base तो सलागा सेम पा मी अमगी identity को योगी को next personality की determinants तो बात है so what are the determinants of personality? Personalities are kay factors na determine to rate. Kay factors na oy halake hay bati matang da lakko matang heredity na hana dai. Heredity hay karagate oy na pok badagi koy parents to inherit to rakane through genes. It can be about attractiveness, facial structures, body structures, or other than that, energy level like activeness, alertness, etc. The next thing we have the cultural factors. Cultural factors hai kari society and factors ka lapi. Society and factors ka lapi matamda isagi family to the karamba wangang sanangang ge karamba honga no chat ki hai ko mayam sina angang ma brought up set phasana ma se kino to raga shape to raga masagi angang si personality same e hai bane. Then social factors ka lapi matamda private space and public space. Private space sa chung thora pa matamda isagi personality amamang layramgani yamna lively oiba dagi yumda halaga when we lay our heads on the bed below the toraga thalara pa matamda I am side to keep do har ka sometimes so so think tor pa yawi ba adagi ai yu ba on wakhan la pa yawi ai manung do ba sadness ni khambe amani khambe ai akama chong thora pa yawi ba adu na public and private lives as is related with social factors la ibo ne very last na situational factors la me am ki personalities है situation the based हो है तो वही आया है बने situation the combine the based हो गया है मतलब that the simple example हम फिर के अकोई शिदा होसे recess खारा को मतलब को break खारा को मतलब मैं आपको लांगे but once मैं को निकाल को चला को मतलब है मैं को निकाल का योर को मतलब दी जाए तो था ही नहीं लोग में हमसे दो ही ना कौन
openness, consciousness, and extraversion, agreeable, neuroticism. We have 5 personality traits. We have to know this to develop a good personality. And openness personality describe an individual who are creative and curious. And openness people enjoy exploring new ideas and experience. Students with openness are quick learners and show enthusiasm for new subjects. And to develop an openness personality, there are many ways for development of openness personality. Read different types of books and articles. Try drawing, creating hobbies such as drawing, dancing, or music. And observing new culture, new foods, or travel new places. An example like in a student or in a classroom, a student will learn new musical
instrument, can join language classes, and explore new subjects beyond the textbook. And next is consciousness, being thoughtful, goal, consciousness, personality, refers to individuals who are disciplined, organized, and responsible. They set goals and work hard to achieve them. Teacher appreciates students for their punctuality and dedication. We can develop consciousness personality by creating daily goals and follow a schedule or complete one task before starting a new role. Keep our books, notes, and study clean and arranged. Practice punctuality by being on time every day. And the next personality trait is extraversion. Extraversion personality are create emotional instability or anxiety. People in high neuroticism tend to experience mood swings and stress, and in low neuroticism remain calm and composed even under pressure. Teacher can support students through counseling and emotional guidance.
A person has between that person is confident and knows their own self. And according to Carl Rogers, self-esteem arises when there is congruence between the real self and the ideal self. That means the person who we are and the person who we want to be. So when there is a harmony between that is when we feel satisfied and confident, and we are self-aware and our self-esteem improves. So, and the development of self-esteem. How do a person develop self-esteem? So, a person develops self-esteem through family relationship, social interactions, and achievement. Then on the other hand, a person self-esteem is improved through achievement and encouragement and acceptance from parents and teachers. But constant criticism lowers the self-esteem, and failure can also lead to that. And then it is important to remember that self-esteem is not fixed. Self-esteem is not fixed, and it can be improved through self-awareness, reflection, and consistent effort. Characteristics of self-esteem. So a person with self-esteem thinks positively, set clear goals, and strive to achieve them. And they try to look their best. They do not say negative things about others. They reward themselves for small tasks. They improve their personal living style, personal hygiene, and habit. And they spend time with positive people, do something challenging each day, use criticism constructively, and they do not compare themselves with others unnecessarily. And of such people with self-esteem, such people with self-esteem does not lack self-confidence and do not seek constant approval from others. Hence, developing self-esteem is essential for emotional stability and personal growth. Thank you.
Building self-esteem. Self-esteem build pabula. Magi ways indo. Number one, to think positively. Ako na positively think pabula. Magi positively think pabula na maraga magi witness the focus of the individual na magi strength the focus of the ating pangit. Point number 2 to set clear goals and try to achieve them. Magi goals to achieve to makuha na magi small goals or may ay adu hay ba goals ama thambu na mo sense of accomplishment le halaka. And to look your best. Magi personal appearance to confidence boost promote one should avoid negative things about oneself. Negative things avoid self-criticism tholaga magi personality da hanta personality lu helpa adu umdagi avoid tawwa dakar oye aduga once we reward ourselves often for all the small tasks accomplished magi reward sing dugi magi tasks macha singdoda mana accomplish to bang mana mana parga reward pera koduna magi effort to appreciate to bida lakpa aduga personal living space improve exercise regularly maintain cleanliness to bosina magi physical and mental balance amale hele aduga spend time with positive people ga magi surrounding with the positive people ki support moi ki matungina le ko magi life to le ba outlook the mana ye ba beautiful change the way aduga amana do something challenging each day.
Low self-esteem students, which include fearful, self-doubt, dishonest, pessimistic, insecure, and they often come up with so many excuses. And students with high personality and high self-esteem generally possess characters like they are self-aware, optimism, integrity, they have courageous, flexible, and positive attitudes in the classroom. So from here we can see that in a classroom there are diverse students, and the students have individual differences. So the teacher should know the individual differences and should create an inclusive classroom so that all students feel accepted. And the students with high personality have a better academic performance, whereas students with low self-esteem, they need constant support, encouragement, and positive reinforcement. So the teacher should understand the differences and should create a better environment so that all students will develop a positive, better academic performance. Thank you.
And good morning all the student trainees present here. We are from Group C. Today we will present on the topic of Gardner theory of multiple intelligence and its application in teaching and learning process. I'll give the introduction part and the theory of multi-intelligence, and the rest will be presented by our colleagues standing beside here. So the introduction part. Howard Gardner. He is an American psychologist and a professor at Harvard. He was born in Scranton, Pennsylvania in 1943. He defined intelligence as a psychological potential to process information that can be activated in a cultural setting to solve problems or create products that are of value in a culture. Here, the psychological refers to the impact given by nervous system and the brain to the emotions and the actions. He proposed the theory of multiple intelligences in his book The Frame of Mind, published in 1983. Now, this is the Harvard Gardner. The theory of multiple intelligence. He proposed that people are not born with all the intelligences. That is the general intelligences that focus only the cognitive abilities. To broaden this notion of intelligence, he introduced 9 intelligences, excluding the existentialist intelligence. Later, he added this intelligence. He challenged the traditional notion that I previously mentioned. So he also suggested that intelligence is not a single entity but a combination of distinct abilities. He wants to says that a student or a person consists of multiple intelligence that I mentioned before. Here, next slide please. Here the types of intelligence includes these are the person with linguistic intelligence. Now the logical mathematical reasoning problems. This intelligence refers to the capacity to analyze problem logically carried out by mathematical operation and investigate issues. Now the third one, the spatial visualizing and imaging space. This ability involves to perceive the visual spatial world accurately. It includes the ability to perform and to modify the visual information. People with special intelligence, such as Frank Lloyd Wright and Emily have the ability to recognize and manipulate large-scale and fine-grained spatial images. Now, the bodily kinesthetic energy. This intelligence, the people having this type of intelligence use their body movement to express their skills, such as the popular footballer Ronaldo and Messi, and from Manipur we have Mirabai. They express their intelligence through these activities. Now the musical sense. Now the musical intelligence. Musical intelligence refers to a skill in the performance, composition, and execution of musical patterns. It is all about the musical and the rhythm in it. People with musical intelligence, such as Lana Del Rey, then Baby Rexha, then we have Chongthang Kamla from Manipur. Now next slide, please. We have interpersonal intelligence. In this intelligence, the capacity to understand oneself, to have an effective working model of oneself includes one's desires, fears, and capacity. Such as Aristotle, Plato are the examples that have this type of intelligence. Sorry, I mixed up with the interpersonal. Now I'll come to the naturalist intelligence. Naturalist intelligence involves the ability to recognize, categorize, and draw upon pattern in a natural environment. People with high naturalist intelligence are good at classifying natural forms, such as the flora and fauna. They can identify nature very easily. People with naturalistic intelligence, such as Charles Darwin, we can mention. Now the existential intelligence in the world that often emphasize measurable skills like logic, math, and language. This intelligence is all about asking why are we here? What is the meaning of life? Why do we die? And how should humans live ethically and purposefully? In this intelligence, the above mentioned linguistic intelligence, logical, mathematical intelligence, and intrapersonal intelligence, these domains are all included in this existential intelligence. Now the next slide will be presented by our friend Anthony.
Teachers should use different methods to reach every type of learner. And for example, we have visual learner. For example, we have musical learner. For musical learner, like when we were kids, we sing rhymes. But after 5, we don't sing it anymore. So that's the example. And also, for the that is for the musical, and then for the visual, we do diagrams and also charts. Okay, and for the kinesthetic learners, these people learn how to they learn from doing small projects. Yeah, that's it. And the next is foster holistic development. And what does it say? Education should develop the whole person, not just the academic. Like our Father of Nation has stated, education is what? It's not, it's overall development, body, mind, and spirit. So what the education the what does okay, how it has to build creativity, teamwork, emotional intelligence, and problem-solving skills. For example, the teachers can make us draw charts. Teachers can make us do like this group projects, and teachers can make us write points. And the third is create a more inclusive classroom. So when teachers appreciate all kinds of students, all kinds of talents, students they feel seen, they feel I am included in this class. So so that's the inclusive part, and prepare students for real life world. What does it do? Real life and our class life is very different. Real life is all about out of theory, what we learn and what we do in real life is very so like accounting teams, advertising teams, and what else? The speaker teams, and more team.
Linguistic intelligence से अपन हादगा के है word smart और बाहरी वाही से ही ना language लोन या भाई बाहरी करेगा अदुग अपन वजासिंग से ना कमाने ताक नहीं है मतलब वाही से सीजन stories reading तो then writing activities को मगा साइ write an example फिर से correctors से हम लोग so माइनस से को है activities in season अपन ताक तो ये examples दा अपन वजानवारी में दिए मतुंगा साटे सिंगा वारी से भी लोशल होगा अपन ने फिर होगा. Then we have logical mathematical intelligence. This is number smart way ba. Number smart way ba is experiments about problem solving games. May amna season narga and logical games season narga. Maths class ko ba the students may amna mystery number ba riddle ko ba. Then logical ko ba sila sila kali si matang betay lang bayay kana si ko ba kani logic seasonable games seasonable bayay. Then we have spatial intelligence. Spatial intelligence है कि देखो picture smart होगा मिना उगी बकांदा अपन जो exam में चक्कर में तंदा मासी की page दिया हो बनी साइ area दिया हो बनी दिन exam ना अगर कई इनो दिखाऊं तो कतो अतो माइनर picture smart होगा सी जब अपने कहनी उगी बम्मी गुम्बा images गुम्बा न्यूज़ गुम्बा है ना कर लेकिन ये बाबा अपने pictures गुम्बा drawings गुम्बा maps गुम्बा charts गुम्बा colors गुम्बा सीजन रहेगा ताकि आए example the history class da peda soap sin se mari soap sin disi soap si da hidden raw memorization to bizya wide na adu yi mukta phune timeline ko mama se maga si mutam za si haga chart me to ba then we have musical intelligence this is music smart ba hari de peda yani song ba beat ba music ba sim peda aga size to heavy ko ai mamang di participants ke na te heavy rhymes kuma paaba matamda akhoi se angang le se phaba se wai da aduna maramda khana beat kuma chan tar de kuma phaba se lai da sugumba music intelligence se kuma then we have bodily kinesthetic intelligence is na body smart ba na sai so high bigger rechana footballer kuma hai akhina satra ge se move to ba act to ba then drama ba role playing masana ba sigumba se akhina bodily kinesthetic intelligence se ko ba movement kuma hand on tasks activities to then we have interpersonal intelligence. Interhari de akoina kahini amaga gi marak ta hai adu tuna people smart ba hai tai ni noina ba hai ba ni mati na matam da society to thok matam da kamani socialize to ni ko ba akoina teamwork kumba hosita so akoina use gi immediate example we have the teamwork in present to ni sigumba interacting kumba sharing kumba to ba then we have intrapersonal intelligence. This is self-smart is about self-smart bahai ke apoi thinking capability se sa na isa je kahani self thinking ama to bang ba that si to na ko na the journaling ko mai sa na do direct mo na
sida apoi Harvard Garner ki matu ina apna kamaina teacher uzao ne magi da makta da sigi ani is one has thamjage ko apoi darkar ho sing ko hamada identify learners dominant intelligence aba mi guri ma apoi issue ko se phoi ba sida phoi ba so phoi ma si marak ta amata apoi mi ki hai bagi intelligence to mana ro aduna kana na karam be na hai thom na karam ba hai sine karam ba hai yar to mi sing si aham oina ojam gi oina classroom ma da chamu na ma gi satra sing da khoi khanga da ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯤ ꯀꯩ ꯁꯤ ꯁꯥꯇ꯭ꯔꯁꯤꯅ ꯀꯩ ꯂꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯍꯥꯟꯕꯗ ꯗꯣꯃꯤꯅꯦꯟ ꯏꯟꯇꯦꯂꯤꯖꯦꯟꯁ ꯃꯉꯣꯟꯗ ꯀꯩ ꯑꯍꯦꯟꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗ ꯌꯥꯎꯅꯗꯕ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯀꯩ ꯌꯥꯎꯒꯦ ꯃꯤ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛ ꯑꯃꯠꯇ ꯃꯥꯟꯅꯔꯣꯏꯕꯀꯣ ꯁꯤ ꯑꯍꯥꯟꯕꯗ ꯈꯪꯗꯣꯛꯄꯤꯒꯗꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯅꯤꯁꯨꯕꯗ ꯂꯦꯁꯟ ꯏꯟꯚꯣꯜꯚꯤꯡ ꯃꯜꯇꯤꯄꯜ ꯏꯟꯇꯦꯂꯤꯖꯦꯟꯁ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯂꯦꯁꯟ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯥꯟ ꯇꯧꯒꯗꯕꯅꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯥꯟ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯑꯍꯥꯟꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯨꯗꯦꯟꯠꯁꯤꯡ ꯏꯁꯥꯅ ꯅꯩꯅꯕꯒꯅꯤꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯅꯥꯅ ꯀꯔꯝꯕ ꯍꯩ ꯀꯩ ꯍꯩ ꯀꯔꯝꯕ ꯐꯤꯜꯗ ꯍꯩ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯂꯤꯇꯔꯦꯆꯔꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯝꯕ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯃꯦꯠꯁꯇ ꯂꯩꯔꯝꯕ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯁꯥꯏꯟꯁꯇ ꯂꯩꯔꯝꯕ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯁꯣꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯁꯥꯏꯟꯁꯇ ꯂꯩꯔꯝꯕ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯂꯤꯗꯔꯁꯤꯞ ꯆꯦꯟꯕꯗ ꯍꯩꯔꯝꯕ ꯌꯥꯏꯕꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯨꯡ ꯏꯟꯅ ꯂꯦꯁꯟ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯥꯟ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯄ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯁ꯭ꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯠꯇ ꯃꯤ ꯑꯃꯈꯛꯀꯤ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯍꯩꯕ ꯈꯔꯒꯤ ꯃꯃꯥꯡ ꯐꯝꯕ ꯃꯤ ꯈꯔ ꯈꯛꯀꯤ ꯅꯠꯇꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯄꯨꯝꯅꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯏꯟꯀ꯭ꯂꯨꯁꯤቭ ꯑꯣꯏꯅꯀꯣ ꯂꯦꯁꯟ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯥꯟꯁꯦ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯜꯇꯤꯄꯜ ꯏꯟꯇꯦꯂꯤꯖꯦꯟꯁ ꯑꯃꯁꯨ ꯇꯁ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯌꯥꯕ ꯑꯃꯁꯨ ꯇꯁ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯌꯥꯕ ꯑꯃꯁꯨ ꯂꯣꯏꯅ ꯇꯁ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯌꯥꯕ ꯂꯦꯁꯟ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯥꯟ ꯇꯧꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯑꯣꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯒꯗꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯍꯨꯝꯁꯨꯕꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ create activity based and experiential learning environment ꯍꯥꯏꯕ activity based ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯤꯛꯁꯦ ꯇꯝꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯑꯦꯛꯇꯤꯚꯤꯇꯤꯗ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯇꯧꯕꯁꯤꯅ ꯀꯩ ꯀꯥꯟꯅꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯗꯤꯄꯔ ꯑꯟꯗꯔꯁꯇꯦꯟꯗꯤꯡ ꯂꯩꯌꯦꯕ ꯈꯨꯗꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯣꯖꯥꯁꯤꯡꯅꯁꯨ ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯗ ꯇꯥꯛꯄꯤꯈꯤꯕ ꯂꯩꯌꯦꯕ ꯁꯦꯝ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗ ꯁꯦꯝ ꯈꯪꯗꯕ ꯑꯉꯥꯡ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯁꯦꯝ ꯈꯪꯗꯕ ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯗꯨꯗ ꯁꯦꯝ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯈꯪꯉꯔꯣꯏꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯒꯤ ꯈꯨꯗꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁ꯭ꯄꯣꯔꯠꯁꯀꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯗ ꯇꯝꯕꯁꯦ ꯁ꯭ꯄꯣꯔꯠꯁꯀꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯗ ꯇꯝꯃꯤ ꯐꯨꯠꯕꯣꯜ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗ ꯚꯣꯂꯤꯕꯣꯜꯁꯨ ꯀꯥꯎꯕ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯐꯨꯠꯕꯣꯜꯁꯨ ꯀꯥꯎꯕ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯆꯞ ꯃꯥꯟꯅꯩ ꯈꯪꯗꯕ ꯃꯤ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯝꯒꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯗꯥꯏꯔꯦꯛ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯦꯛꯇꯤꯚꯤꯇꯤ ꯕꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯗꯤꯄꯔ ꯑꯟꯗꯔꯁꯇꯦꯟꯗꯤꯡ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯔꯤꯇꯦꯟꯁꯟ ꯄꯋꯥꯔ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯔꯤꯇꯦꯟ ꯇꯧꯍꯧꯒꯅꯤ ꯅꯣꯂꯦꯖꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯦꯛꯇꯤꯚꯤꯇꯤ ꯕꯦꯁꯁꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯑꯦꯛꯇꯤꯚꯤꯇꯤ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯕ ꯁꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯇꯧꯔꯕ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯔꯤꯇꯦꯟ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯂꯩꯍꯧꯅꯕ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯄꯤꯔꯤꯌꯦꯟꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯂꯔꯅꯤꯡ ꯏꯟꯚꯥꯏꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯅ ꯄꯨꯜꯂꯒ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯄꯤꯔꯤꯌꯦꯟꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯂꯔꯅꯤꯡ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯤ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯄꯤꯔꯤꯌꯦꯟꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯂꯔꯅꯤꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯩ ꯆꯟꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯑꯥꯎꯠꯗꯣꯔ ꯂꯔꯅꯤꯡ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯣꯏꯗꯤ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯈꯛꯇ ꯅꯠꯇꯕꯤꯗꯀꯣ ꯃꯄꯥꯟꯗ ꯊꯣꯛꯑꯒ ꯀꯩ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯒꯦ ꯁꯣꯝ ꯅꯥꯀꯟꯗꯅ ꯀꯩ ꯂꯩꯔꯤ ꯁꯣꯝ ꯅꯥꯀꯟꯗ ꯈꯨꯗꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯀꯩ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯗꯤ ꯇꯨꯔ ꯆꯠꯄ ꯌꯥꯏꯕꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯇꯔꯅꯦꯜ ꯇꯨꯔ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯗꯤ ꯇꯨꯔ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯖꯦꯛ ꯕꯦꯁ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯦꯟꯇꯦꯁꯟꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯑꯗꯩ ꯐꯤꯜ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯞꯀꯨꯝꯕ ꯆꯠꯄ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯐꯤꯜ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯞꯀꯨꯝꯕ ꯆꯠꯄ ꯃꯇꯝꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯔꯛꯇꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯃꯔꯛꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯆꯠꯂꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯩ ꯌꯥꯎꯅꯤꯡꯗꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯈꯣꯠꯄꯗꯤ ꯀꯩꯝ ꯌꯥꯕꯤꯗꯦꯀꯣ ꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯈꯨꯗꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯔꯅꯤꯡꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯄꯤꯔꯤꯌꯦꯟꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯂꯔꯅꯤꯡ ꯑꯃꯅꯦꯕ ꯂꯔꯅꯤꯡ ꯑꯦꯁ ꯑ ꯃꯤꯟꯁ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯁꯦꯁ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯂꯔꯅꯤꯡꯅꯤꯅ ꯌꯥꯔꯤꯃꯈꯩ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯀ꯭ꯂꯨꯠ ꯇꯧꯗꯅꯕ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯕꯤꯌꯨꯕꯀꯣ ꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯄꯨꯜꯂꯤꯉꯩꯗ ꯍꯟꯗꯛ ꯆꯠꯂꯨꯕꯒ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯄꯨꯜꯂꯒ ꯆꯠꯃꯤꯟꯅꯕꯒ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯄꯨꯟꯅ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯨꯞ ꯏꯟꯚꯣꯜቭ ꯇꯧꯃꯤꯟꯅꯔꯒ ꯆꯠꯃꯤꯟꯅꯕꯒ ꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯂꯔꯅꯤꯡ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯁꯦꯁꯁꯤꯒ ꯈꯦꯠꯅꯩꯌꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯍꯥꯟꯕꯗ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯄꯤꯔꯤꯌꯦꯟꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯂꯔꯅꯤꯡ ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦ incorrect and appreciate all types of talent equally ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯂꯥꯏꯛ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯐꯤꯜꯁꯦ ꯏꯟꯀꯔꯦꯖ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯕ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯝꯃ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯄ꯭ꯔꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯄ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯀꯣ ꯚ꯭ꯌꯨ ꯑꯃ ꯎꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯀꯩꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯑꯣꯖꯥꯅ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯝꯃ ꯇꯥꯛꯄ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯁꯣꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯁꯥꯏꯟꯁꯀꯤ ꯕꯦꯛꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯎꯟꯗ ꯂꯥꯛꯄ ꯃꯤꯗꯨꯅ ꯁꯣꯁꯤꯌel ꯁꯥꯏꯟꯁꯀꯤ ꯚ꯭ꯌꯨꯗꯤ ꯌꯦꯡꯕꯤꯔꯛꯀꯅꯤ ꯃꯦꯠꯁꯀꯤ ꯕꯦꯛꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯎꯟ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯁ꯭ꯄꯣꯔꯠꯁꯀꯤ ꯕꯦꯛꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯎꯟꯗ ꯂꯥꯛꯄꯗ ꯑꯦꯛꯖꯥꯝꯄꯜꯗ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯒꯁꯨ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯂꯤꯇꯔꯦꯆꯔꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯒꯁꯨ ꯑꯦꯛꯖꯥꯝꯄꯜꯗ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯒꯁꯨ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯃꯁꯥ ꯃꯁꯥꯒꯤ ꯕꯦꯛꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯎꯟ ꯌꯦꯡꯕꯤꯔꯛꯀꯅꯤꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯀꯩꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯁꯣꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯁꯥꯏꯟꯁꯀꯤ ꯑꯣꯖꯥ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯒ ꯁꯣꯝꯗ ꯂꯤꯇꯔꯦꯆꯔ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯁꯥꯏꯟꯁꯀꯤ ꯕꯦꯛꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯎꯟꯒꯤ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯨꯗꯦꯟꯠꯁꯇꯨꯅ ꯁꯥꯏꯟꯁꯀꯤ ꯑꯦꯛꯖꯥꯝꯄꯜ ꯑꯃ ꯄꯤꯔꯛꯄ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯁꯣꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯁꯥꯏꯟꯁꯀꯤ ꯈꯤꯇꯪ ꯆꯥꯟꯅꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯃꯉꯣꯟꯗ ꯅꯪꯒꯤꯗꯨ ꯁꯣꯏꯔꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯅꯠꯇꯕ ꯅꯪꯒꯤꯗꯨ ꯍꯣꯏ encourage tꯧꯕꯤꯕ ꯍꯟꯗꯅꯕ
for conduct this kind of seminar. Topic is sorry, my name is Dr and topic which we are presenting is multiple theory of Karl Howard. In the conclusion point of this theory, this topic, we have come across from our speakers that there are 9 intelligence. 9 intelligence is there, but how to apply and how to equate intelligence, the kind of intelligence we have come across. But in the conclusion, I would like to say, to have this kind of intelligence, we need some process and different types of learning and different types of learning and different types of teaching. To teach a different types of lesson or teaching style, we need some equal different type of knowledge and intelligence. And to know and to learn different type of different topic of different not particular like football and singing and everything. But we have to choose the close, the convenience one. I know I know the same kind of thing. Every Ghana, every topic, every speaker may have a high grade. The last one, what I would like to say is that the message of the Karl Howard, how mana kari aku the kari tahu ni berah tu. Last one I had mana aku the kari tahu ni berah tu. 9 intelligent me am lagi segi mereka. Aku si uzam yang kau, masih intelligent uzam yang dia. Kerana subject nang tampil, nang faida kena derah tu, nang khan gitu. Nang kena tu subject nang tampil ya. Tapi bos ngam boleh. Adu na aku na kalau aku matam dah all nature asi loi na makasi ai loi na pa kamina ko ai loi na makasi kram da udra ha ai khan matam da ai na confident pai di koi ba loi na khalaga ai future da ai chhatra sin da mabung khana matik chana takpi se hai si masigi lalu oja ogido myam da asi
Learning disabilities. First of all, we must know the definition of learning disabilities or what is learning disability. Learning disabilities are neurological disorders that affect how a person's ability to understand, process, and use information effectively. It means that a learner is unable or having a problem or difficulty in learning, reading, writing, or doing mathematics besides normal intelligence. According to the disability, the term learning disability was coined by Samuel A. Kirk in 1963. Then according to these learning disabilities, it has been divided into 5 types. The types are dyslexia, dyscalculia, dyspraxia, dysgraphia, auditory or visual processing disorder. Here, dyspraxia is the type of disorder where a learner is unable to or difficult in accurate or fluent word recognition or spelling. Dyscalculia in having difficulty in understanding mathematics. Dyspraxia, problems with movement and coordination. Dysgraphia, written expression, that is problems having in spelling or organizing written word. And the last part is the auditory or the visual processing disorder, where a learner is difficult in understanding sound and visual information. So, learning disability is a neurological disorder. It can't be cured, but can be overcome by some strategies or framework given by the NEP and NEP 2020 and NCF 2023. So, the next part will be delivered by our colleague, Ma'am Beverly. Reading disorder, where a learner has problems with recognizing letters, decoding words, spelling and reading fluently despite having normal intelligence and vision family. See in short learning disorder related to reading family. Today the dyslexia problem with spelling straight up alphabetical order se confusion la pai a d ga b ga smaina ka mana ba sing problem ta ko sigu bagi problem se like ada magi science se kai na da koina chile the slow and incorrect reading hai chile da koina agang se pa matam da para se pa matam ko la pa ba di tho ga sama se khara la pa ba say for example the cat ran fast hai the koina agang se ga the cat ha ran se ha mar ga ran di ha ga last fast ha man fast kind of pasal ko se sigu ba problem se dai singa do bagi do hai ta the confusion similar looking letters ngasai wahi happen bet mana ba sing jasi confusion lei bona maram oi si confusion lei ba snow kai ke har ka da magi spelling difficulty in spelling and remembering words spelling ta muk soida ani ba say for example school hai matam s c h o o l hai ja ngas da s k o o l hai ba ba or s c o o l kai na ga minus spelling da fresh kai ja ani ba si soida ko na mara bana sagi words in je soida na pasna la sabana trouble understanding what is read paradi pava paraga so sai mana pariba paraja sigi meaning se bamot artha je ke enta khabar ta kore ne ba si sina ko na te to ke kan sumai na agang je problem ma lai re ha ta ra ga di classroom memory score NEP 2020 and NCF 2023 na hadam nise kari ha ka kana ko early identification and support hai na meba sidai sa ko hai se magi ko NEP 2020 ki para 6.9 hai da mana mai ek spelling se khang na chaki buse basic se khamo problem chawra ka da adu dune hana problematic way ra ni hai ba aduna si de ko na kamai ta ka ni hai ka use of multi picture flashcard the apple gi a gi picture ama season da ni aduga asai is the visual da auditory da ozasna a har ama je repeat hon ba a for apple and har ama je repeat hon ba this is the auditory da kinesthetic da ukari hai
this means disability and calculation means calculation so in short it is a mathematically disorder that is or inability that finds by the students in their classroom while teaching. So these are the small tasks or something that they cannot understand or they cannot write the same or they cannot say exactly the one. So here this calculasia, mathematical learning disability, where the student finds it hard to understand numbers, symbols and operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Sometimes even though the symbols, either the multiplication or plus sign, they find sometimes confused. Instead of writing plus, they used to write cross multiplication sign, or sometimes they may write instead of writing minus to the division sign. So, and here are some symptoms of signs. So difficulty in recognizing numbers or understanding quality. So sometimes children, they find difficult in regarding the recognizing number. Instead of writing 12, sometimes they may write 21. Like so, next, confused mathematical signs that only have for minus and division sign or plus or that multiplication sign. They sometimes
shorten.
Okay.
Next.
Then confess similar looking numbers 6 and 9. Then poor sense of time, money, or measurement. Sometimes they, instead of saying, instead of reading what time for 9 and 6, struggles to follow step by step math procedure. So sometimes even the subtraction or addition they cannot perform correctly. Classroom